Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another Halloween Horror Events podcast. I'm your host, Simon. I'm in a completely different area, as you can probably see behind me if you're watching this on YouTube. Please subscribe, comment, and like this video. We can't do this on our own, because this episode is going to be about the news announcement from Halloween Horror Nights, which was a new house announcement. So I can't do so long. Well, I usually can, but I can't. But literally across the pond from me at the moment, it's Phil. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, everybody from depressing England. Well, it's just a hello. And it makes it even worse because Simon didn't tell you where he was. He's actually in Orlando, and I believe that's Murphy's pub you're in.
Yes, I am currently in Murphy's. Julie is to my left on the screen. You won't see her. She's hiding out of the way. Left here. So you can hear what Phil's saying, so you don't sound it. Julie's now listening in on the conversation, so you don't feel a bit left out.
You haven't told Julie about that holiday you paid for in November with you and me.
No, I'm not going in November. I'm not going anyway. So, yeah, guys, this is Halloween. We're on cruise. I'm on Uncharted.
Very nice.
And Julie is on pineapple cider.
Before we go any further, if anybody wonders what Murphy's pub is, it's on International Drive. It's probably the best pub, in my opinion, on International Drive. So go and check it out.
Yeah. And they do currently have a survey stage game on a Wednesday between 8 and 10. Anyway, okay, guys, right. So I usually take control of this and give you all the info on the screen. Obviously, I'm just using my phone today, so I won't be able to do that. So Phil will be adding them segments in as we go along after we've recorded, if you can find them. So, yeah, we got an announcement from Halloween Horror Nights. It is officially the first haunted house of the event, and it is Fallout. And if you're not familiar with Fallout, Fallout is a computer game that was, I can't remember when it was released, but there's been like 3 or 4 different ones, I think, altogether. Like Fallout Apocalypse, and different things. And they had a TV show from Amazon, which I'll get into later on. So, if I get this right, Phil will probably drop the video in here.
Good evening, citizen. If you're just tuning in, you're in for a treat. Our friends at Vault-Tec are showcasing a revolutionary new experience, unlike anything you've seen before. You don't take it from us. Hear it straight from one of our special volunteers.
Live the horror you love to watch at Universal Halloween Horror Nights, featuring Fallout and more.
And there you go, guys. I don't know what the video is, because I still haven't seen it anyway, but I hope you enjoyed that video. As long as Phil remembers to put it in, don't make me look like an absolute idiot.
God, I found the info. I found the info on Instagram. I deleted it off my phone.
So, what do you think of the first house announcement of Fallout?
Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the official house announcement or the wank little thing?
Well, we'll talk about the Fallout first. We'll talk about the other bit in a minute. But, yeah, so what do you think of Fallout? Halloween Horror Nights.
I like the series, never played games, but I stopped playing computer games years ago. I don't know what happened one day. I just gave up playing computer games and never went back. Don't know why. But Fallout, yeah, I liked the series. I think it can kind of work. I think I'm going to put it up there with like a Ghostbusters house. It ain't going to be scary one little bit.
No, well, it's an apocalyptic establishment, and it's a world.
What good new idea?
Sorry?
What a good new idea from Horror Nights, an apocalyptic future world. They've never done that the last 5 years.
Well, no, they didn't. It wasn't apocalyptic the last one, was it? It was that futuristic, stupid robot thing.
Officially, this is very meta. It's more like set back in the 1950s, 60s, Fallout. So if it happened, that's what it would have been like, sort of thing. It's not in modern days. It's very weird and meta Fallout. It's like, it's set back in the olden days, but they also had technology. It was weird.
Yeah. It's an interesting concept. Like I said, I have played the games back in the past, but it's been a long time since I played the games, and I haven't watched the series. But speaking, I'm going to name drop somebody here. Taylor from the Flu 2, who I met at the Orlando Forum meetup on Friday. We had a quick chat about. We had a quick chat about Halloween Horror Nights, and he even said it's a bit weird that this is an Amazon product with a Fallout series, and it's based on the series, and when they be in Amazon and the deal they kind of got with Netflix, it's a bit weird that they've got another streaming company involved into the event.
You can say that, but Last of Us, what streaming site is that from in America? That's been there as well.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, but that was on the streaming side, made on a different setup. Where this has been made by Amazon. That's what it was getting at.
I honestly don't.
I won't see much too into it, but it is interesting to see that they are branching out to other streaming services.
I'm trying to think. There's nothing from Netflix this year, anyway, is there? As far as we can tell.
Not that I'm aware of. No.
So they've had years without Netflix being there. This is coming in and out, I'm guessing. Sorry for seeing a massive hand on the screen there, people.
You wonder what's happening on there? Portugal have just scored.
I've just seen I've got it on the tablet down here.
Yeah, we've got
good game, actually.
There's a lot of Portuguese and Spanish in here, so it's.
Was it Cristiano? Loud. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was Cristiano.
I'm actually, there's softball on one screen, there's motor racing on another, Canadian football on one, well, 4 screens I've got in front of me. Anyway, going off the subject. So, yeah, guys, I'm looking forward to this. So, have you got any feedback from any of our wonderful listeners?
On this house,
I would not be able to bring it up because I can't.
Yes, I will. There we go. I think 3 people. It's not much, but I've got really bad with this, to tell the truth. I just put it up like the day before and I forget all about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
So I'm going to start with Diz After Dark podcast. What I'm going to guess is Mr. Lucas.
Yeah, 9 out of 10.
Okay. I've seen 30 minutes of the show and I'm scrambling to get it watched. It's a must-do if you're going to the event. To actually know what you're walking through adds to the narrative. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but we'll know more once it's been watched. Hype score 6 out of 10, but could jump up. So he's in the middle. He's not overhyped for what I fully understand. And if you haven't really played the games or watched the series, it's hard to base it on anything really.
It is. Yeah,
sorry, I mean, it's fine. Up you go a little bit. There we go. Mic out the screen.
That's better. Any more?
There is a second one. I think we had 3, and I only need to. I've only screenshotted 2, but I can find 3 of them. But the 4th one I can find in a matter of seconds. It's our friend Craig. So number 2 is Florida Phil Campbell, who's becoming a big fan. Actually, I'm quite loving this.
Yes.
I think it will be good. I enjoyed the series, but never ever seen the game. So you see, it's lucky it's based on the series, then, really.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to mix it up, though. I wonder if they're going to mix up the game and the series together. Just to try and... Because I
think they're going to do some original stuff on there as well. It just makes more sense.
It just makes sense because don't forget, there's a certain person who's now back on Halloween Horror Nights who, when they did Resident Evil, he wanted more of the Resident Evil side of it, the film side of it when it was based on the game. But this could be the opposite way around, with based on the series, but he wants a bit more of the game in it. So,
yeah, why not? We got another one from, sorry if I butcher your name, I think it's Carla Marie Davila. Beautiful name, though. I hope they have Nuka Cola. I'm glad she said that. Or Sarapsaville inspired drinks. I'm not too sure.
That's Barella, mate.
That's the one. Not sure if it's a house will be scary enough. Feels like Ghostbusters, pretty much what I've said. Nuka Cola would be a given, surely, for this event. Yeah.
Well, sarsaparilla is a very old-fashioned drink as well. I think the only thing nearest to it that we've got is dandelion and burdock. Very similar in it. Root beer, really, it tastes like, doesn't it? Sarsaparilla as well. Yeah.
Okay, I've got one more person. Can you guess who it is?
You just said earlier on, so Mr. Willix?
It is the Doctor himself. Doctor Who's gone downhill, Craig. Face it, he's finished. Billy Piper and David Tennant back for the Christmas special. Desperation! Right, so Mr. Willix, I haven't seen the Fallout series. Gotta watch it. But I will watch it before I go to HHN. I'm just excited that we're finally into announcement season. And if the spec map is accurate, this could be a really solid year. The preview merch looks amazing, particularly the stained glass window. Yeah, that stained glass window thing, totally changing subject.
Yeah.
Clever idea.
Yeah. Clever idea, but once again, if you are not local, you're not going to be able to get it.
You want my opinion? I don't think it's going to sell out, and I think you can grab it all at once when you show up in September, October.
Well, yeah, saying that, we've just bought a load of opening day merch for Epic Universe. And we're now 3 weeks after it opened, so
exactly.
But so we'll see how much they've actually done, because like saying they do seem to stock stuff. But like saying you buy that first one, and if one of them's missing, and you can't, and obviously one of them might be, well, for what we know from the possible announcements, if one of them's a certain one, that one might sell out. A certain clown may disappear. So
I know a friend of ours who listens to this, who lives in Florida, funny enough, and we are, by the way, I haven't forgot about you, John, mate. We are still finding a way of getting you onto this show. It's just going to take a little bit of time getting this all sorted.
I'm sorry, John, I haven't got in touch with him. It's like I'm only here for a week, and it's we've got a lot to do. So.
He's had Epic Universe, he's had Julie's birthday, he's had Orlando Informer. So, yeah, but anyway, John, there is a way, John, might, if you want it, Simon, he might be able to grab them for you, and you pay him, and then he'd give them to you.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I'm not actually seeing it yet. So when I get there tomorrow, we'll have a look. So even though I've been to Universal, I haven't been in all the shops because most of the shops are shut for the Orlando Informer. Some are open, but a lot to do in 4.5 hours.
How does he not play the song?
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for the Fallout. So we did get an announcement just before.
Fallout. That's so
bad. We did get an announcement before, which I think was a Blumhouse pop-up. Do we say? Announcing.
Explain this, and then I'm going to give you something I've been thinking about, and see if you agree with this. It doesn't explain everything. Yeah. I'm going to say.
Well, there was a certain franchise called Blumhouse that make horror films, and they decided to drop a lot of trailers at. Was it like a convention or something that drops all the trailers?
Convention in Brazil.
Yeah, and they mentioned that they were doing the Phone 2, Black Phone 2, Five Nights at Freddy 2, which, if you're wondering what we're on about, they did say a segment afterwards that Five Nights at Freddy will be coming to Universal Orlando and Universal Hollywood in some way or another in September or October. They didn't say what it was. They didn't say whether it was a house, it was a scare zone, merch, but they said Five Nights at Freddy is coming to Halloween Horror Nights, Orlando and Hollywood. And we think it's going to be a house. It's been rumoured for a couple of years, and we're just going to wait and see. So, what do you know that I don't know? So
it's not what I don't know. It's just, just me thinking things through. Nothing's done by mistake, especially by someone as big as Blumhouse. This is the greatest way to advertise something. It's had so many views. By making it look like a mistake, it actually gets more people talking.
Yeah, but there's a mistake. I would say that they were probably the ones who wanted to make the announcement, but it was the timing of it. It was awkward for the Americans as well. Because what was it, 8:00 at night over here?
Oh well,
3:00 in the afternoon.
I think it was meant to be made just as a little spoiler, and that's it. Now, the more I think about it, it was just there had been no real. I hate this talk 'cause it's falling apart. Should have warned this. It's to me there wasn't really any announcements before then. Was there anything you can think of? They had to get something rolling quickly. Yeah. They knew the community also was bitching and moaning about how long this is taking. I think a little sneak preview. Spoilers, as you may say. I think that's what they did. I think it was done on purpose. They had the art ready and everything. So that's what makes me wonder. How did that little few second video ready?
Yeah, they did. But like saying to say, I think they were expecting it to be announced by then.
One thing
obviously with
not about Fallout. That wasn't meant to be this week's announcement. I keep on getting told.
No, we were told that as well by somebody as well. It doesn't seem It seems like they've put that one out because something that hasn't, it's not fallen through, but the rumour is the announcement merch isn't ready. That's what we're hearing over here at the moment. So
it's a shame, really, because if it's the one I think it is, it's the
it should have been.
merchandise I really wanted.
It should have been the first one because that's the one that's going to draw people into the event. I'll tell you after we finish. I can't let people know what it is yet.
Five
I've got
nights
Julie over here at the side of me, so she's wondering.
Five Nights at Freddy. Look, that's bringing the kids in. This other one, if we think what it is bringing the adults.
Yeah, that's going to bring them the adults, and if that brings the adults, there's going to be a bit of clashing because I think we thought Stranger Things was going to bring the kids in. Five Nights at Freddy's going to make them roll through them doors like there's no tomorrow.
Talk about you're there with me in September. You coming that Tuesday night? Because I think it's going to be dead.
We'll have to see because I think we've got Epic booked for that day.
Oh, realising, mate, I would still bloody go. By the way, if you hear any sneezing or coughing, unfortunately, that's my dog. Oh. He is ill. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. Well, if you hear a load of noise in the background, I'm in a pub.
Yeah, and it is a pub in a...
Yeah. And it literally is a pool table right at the side of me.
Do you want me to get into all the ticket stuff?
Yeah, you quickly go into the ticket mix. I haven't got no information on the tickets. All I know that is, all I'll say I'll do is I know single night tickets are available. Express pass per single night is available.
I'll get into them.
Yeah, well.
Okay, single night tickets. $82.99 before tax is basically the cheapest you're going to find it. There's going to only be a couple of days at that price. I don't care what anybody says. And October is bloody expensive, what I've seen. Yep. Okay. We don't need to go on that. Single night ticket obviously gets you into the event, those all the stuff in there. But if you want to get in early, we'll get to something else later if you haven't got a Universal actual park ticket. And here it is. Halloween Horror Nights Scream early ticket. What a stupid name. $55. What a bloody con for a price.
It used to be 35, then it went up to 40. And now it's gone up to 55. So, yeah, it's a big jump, that, mate. It's gone quite a lot over the last few years. It can't go
up any more of that from next year. That's just disgusting, that is.
And what time can you get in from? 3?
Yeah, from 3 p.m. But the interesting thing is, we're annual pass holders. Yes, I am an annual passer because I redid it today.
Yeah, and I'm now a preferred pass holder.
And you will be my best friend in September for the shop.
Sorry, a premier pass holder, not
you
a preferred.
Best friend. You will be my best friend in September.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, merch. So if you've got a ticket to the park, though, stay in the park because you don't have to pay that.
We are hearing maybe a little bit different this year. We can't confirm or deny it yet, but keep your ears to the ground because the stay and screen may be a little bit different than normal.
Oh, I haven't heard any of that, so. So I've been taking. Anyway, stay and scream. If you're allowed in with your normal park tickets, stay there. And with the thing we're hearing about Express as well this year, you may want to do stay and scream this year.
Yeah,
actually, I got about 4 houses done in stay and scream, but Simon says I'm mental because I don't go in a circle. I crisscross all over the place. I see the lowest numbers and I get to it.
So where normal people do about 20, maybe 18, 19,000 steps. Phil does 30-odd thousand because he's an idiot.
When people do 18, 19,000 steps, and that's a big day for them, that's a Tuesday for me at work. Just saying.
Well, Phil's done 16,000, 17,000 for the last couple of days. So
and Simon's done about 12 with his mobility scooter.
Not even that, mate. I am currently I'm on 5,000 today, and that's been a long day for me.
Terrible. Okay. Here's the big things I'm looking forward to. Halloween Horror Nights Behind the Screams Unmasking the Horror Tours. Obviously starting at $85. And the Free House and Six House. Things this year, the Free House yet again starts on August the 22nd, I believe. And the Six House starts when the event starts. Six House also has a buffet this year.
Buffet lunch, buffet lunch included.
What's got me tempted again?
That's a good little trick, that, because you get a bit of a break in the middle, don't you? For about 45 minutes, is it?
Yeah, you can just sit down in a nice air-conned room. It's nice.
Yeah, and if you wanted to order food, you can either go and get food or they'll order it in for you, but you have to pay for it. Now they're doing a buffet style. Might be something. If it's not much different than last year's price, it could be worth doing. I think we might do the Six House tour this year.
We're thinking. I wasn't going to do any this year because spoilers, people. As from Friday, this will be out, but whatever. time within a week, as I record, it's one of my jobs is disappearing. That used to pay for all my holidays and that, vacations for you Americans. Hopefully there is another job coming up very soon, with actually be more money. So,
well, if you listen to this, subscribe to this, make this monetized, and Phil can use that money.
Or you could subscribe to watch this. Epic Phil travels on YouTube when I do vlogs in Orlando, Florida and Tenerife. And if you subscribe to that and watch my stuff, I already make money and you could help me.
And I actually make some of his videos for him. Look, his last two. I've helped him with them too.
Kind of. One of them I got early hours of the morning while everyone was in bed.
Yeah, but you didn't get a room tour without me.
Yeah, neither did the cleaner apparently.
Yeah, well, we'll go there.
People go and watch them. That would be called the Helios Ground Resort. Simon stayed in a King Suite Park View.
Oh, it was just a Park View King room. That's all it was.
Okay, whatever. It's just not sweet then. I don't know. And the other one's the Christian Sir Resort. Simon stayed at. Well, I stayed at the better one, the HD Tenerife. So it's not rubbing it in.
Yeah. Look at them both. It was the best one. Anyway
less about me and more about how Horror Nights. Julie's laughing her head off a bit.
She's giggling inside here.
Halloween Horror Nights RIP tours starting at $369.99 before tax.
That will guarantee you every single house and an express pass after you finish the event as well. You tour, so it's up to you whether you want to do it.
Quick one, something. You know, if you did one of them and you was in a group, if the group went into the terrible stage shows, what I can't stand,
you have free time. You just meet up when it's finished.
Right, fair enough. Fantastic.
What they'll do, the tour guide will tell you, we're going to be here at such and such a time. Meet us back here. Do what you would want to do for a little bit. If you don't want to watch it, and then
so for the newbies, if you're wondering when it starts, priority VIP entry to haunted houses while you're on tour. The RIP tour guide once per house based on itinerary, plus Universal Express unlimited ride access the rest of the night. So once you're finished, you can express all the rides and all that. Pre-tour reception and RIP tour credentials. A light appetizer reception available to tour guests and time printed on ticket before tour starts. Plus you get free lanyards. What's obvious, but they're pretty cool, the lanyards, I think. Shall we move on to the big story now? Express passes. So we've got Halloween Horror Night Express passes starting at $139.99 before tax. You're going to very rarely fight for that price.
139 was the top end when we first started doing it. That was a Saturday night in middle of August. Middle of October. 139.
This could be like gold for you this year. People, if it's true what we're hearing about the fear passes, every other podcast has talked about it, so I'm going to. The fear passes may not have express this year as an option, so you may have to buy one day one. So if you buy express passes, you may be looking into only a certain amount of nights with express. What's going to make a big difference to express line? Now, I'm going to let Simon explain here, because a lot of people are getting upset with this because they think the normal line is going to take super long. But Simon's idea actually makes more sense. Over to you, mate.
Well, it's plain and simple. When you have the express line, the only reason why the normal line, because don't forget it's a conga line, so you're always moving. Yeah, it can get a little bit slower, but in theory, it's like the Omnimover in Epcot. I'm not going to drop you, but the spinning spaceship Earth, it goes round and round and round. It never stops. Same with the conga line. The only reason why it stops is because they have to stop the line. Two reasons they stop the line: cash change, express, and then occasionally the VIP and RIP tours. One of them is now going to be very, very short. So the express will stop people going. If people don't pay for it, they're not going to be in the express line. So that line will only have to stop for cash changes, which is every 45 minutes, and VIP tours, which are probably every 10 minutes, if that, and it's only for a small group. Because what we were hearing last year, I think it was a 30-70 split. So it's 70% normal crew, 30% express. So you think like in 1 minute, that's 20 seconds of that line being stopped. But it doesn't do it that way because they do it for like 2 or 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, 10 minutes. See where I'm coming from? So if that line is only really, really short, they'll just be filtering them in as they come up to the line and they will never have to stop.
Let me say what I think they should do. I think they should have your Fear passes without Weekend Express. Friday, Saturday and Sunday shouldn't have Express because they are the busiest days of the event.
Yeah.
So if you let people have weekdays, I feel that's a fair compromise.
Also, think it's a way of making more money because these Fear passes are an absolute bargain. If you look at it on the whole, locals know it, veterans of the event know it, but when it comes to Joe Bloggs who comes off the street, he'll buy a ticket, he'll buy an express pass, they'll buy food, they'll buy a drink. Before they realise they spent $600 on one night. That's one Fear pass with express. So it doesn't surprise me that this is possibly going to be happening. Yes, it's going to piss a lot of people off, but it's the way the world is now. And if you can't afford it, like Craig would say, if you can afford it, do it. If you can't, do something, sit in the regular queue with everyone else. But like I said, I think the queues will be faster because they won't be stopping as much.
All right. And there's only one more to go, and that is what I believe is going to be a lot busier this year than last year because everyone's going to be tempted, and that is Premium Screen Night. What is Thursday, August the 28th, where you care to enjoy select foods and drinks for free, very short lines, short wait times with staggered entry. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, it's not cheap, was it?
It won't be as good as it won't be. Yeah, it's $375 per person.
It's like having a personal RIP tour, but you guide yourself. But don't forget, the cast are still learning the role, so there will be a few hiccups here and there.
There's something that's not happening either. I don't think there's going to be any scare zones.
Looking at it, what I've seen,
dress.
That was another thing that was you got to mention. Yeah, you said you can now wear costumes, no masks, but you can wear costumes, which makes me think there's not going to be any scare zones. That's what I thought, and I think Phil's in agreement. But we could be wrong.
I think there'll be a few scare actors here and there, but it won't be done properly.
You might have the chainsaw crew. That'll be it, really. But anyone mingling in...
We don't know if there's going to be any stage scare zones, so maybe that's how you would get scared. But
oh, it's happened again.
It's happened again. It's happened again.
His sets fell down.
Hey, what? That's a ghost in this house. I've got beer all over my leg now, mate.
Ace, get yourself drunk. Lick his leg. Oh, mate,
that's happened.
I know we do. You have to clip that and stick it on again.
I don't even know how that one happened. That was sitting up perfectly. That was weird.
Tell you what, then, mate. I'll send you a few clothes pegs so you can hook it to your TV so it don't fall off.
Or I've got an idea for my wall behind me. Things could be changing, and I won't need this anymore with the TV.
Anyway, yeah. So I think that's it now, isn't it? Have we all run through everything? All the way.
That's pretty much it. Oh, by the way, hello, Joe.
Yeah. Well,
Joe's in bed. People, I'm not even going to lie. He's not in a dungeon. He's in bed feeling sorry for himself because he got absolutely pissed the day before and he's hungover.
Well, it's no sympathy for hangovers.
No.
So, yeah, guys. So, with that, if you could do us a massive favour, if you're listening all this way, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're listening on any podcast apps, leave us a review, 5-star. If you want, leave us a 1-star. I don't care. Also, follow us on all our socials at HHE Pod. Just try to do the social thing here and you mess it up. At HHE Pod and at HHE Pod 1 on TikTok. And yeah, guys, follow, subscribe. All your Universal updates for Halloween Horror Nights will be on this page. And from me, I'm going to say my usual tapping back to the bye-bye. Well, I had a bastard in the middle of it. But anyway. And Phil is just going to be... I don't know what you're doing.
4 letters, 1 word, yeet! See you in your nightmares and stay epic.
Yeah. See you later, guys.